In the last episode of K2, you witnessed how a group of 4 friends made a plan to climb the second highest mountain in the world. At arriving at a certain point, an avalanche started falling on them. What happened next? Watch K2 Part 2 to know. The avalanche has hit the group by now. The boys were almost buried under the rumble of the snow. Moments later, they realized that the guide is missing. They looked around and even shouted his name, but he was nowhere to be found. The guide, a few thousand feet below, was buried under the rumble, and he realized that his ankle is broken, hence he couldn't move his legs. He started screaming because of the pain he was going through, and unfortunately he took his last breath buried under the heavy pile of snow. The boys were now disoriented, lost and confused after this. They didn't know what to do next. They found a temporary camp, but there was no one to guide them or tell them how to proceed further. Without the guide, it wasn't easy to descend the mountain in this weather, so they all sat there and started thinking about their next possible way out. The control tower was still trying to get in touch with the expedition, but unfortunately the system was still down and unoperational. The boys decided to move ahead and reach to some point where they can have access to some sort of communication. But they were unaware of the dangers that were waiting for them ahead of their journey. And that is when a storm started approaching, and this time it was really dangerous. The winds were flowing in a tremendous speed, freezing everyone. One of the boys got stuck in the snow with no energy left. He had to be transported as he couldn't walk himself as his feet were frozen by now. The situation was getting harsh for the boys. Right at this moment, they both lost control and slipped down. The winds were so harsh that they couldn't stop slipping, even after trying to hold each other. And now, unfortunately, 2 of them have separated from the rest, leaving behind 2 friends only. The fall was so devastating that they both couldn't survive it. The control room was constantly trying to get in touch with the expedition, and eventually they are able to get in touch with them on their walkie-talkies. The 2 remaining boys inform the tower about the incident, and they tell them that have no idea where they are at the moment. They said if we don't make it out alive, please tell our families that we love them. The rescue department immediately took off to search them, hoping that they will rescue the 2 remaining people. A team of experts arrive at the point where the expedition began, and they started climbing on the designated path. But after hours of searching almost the entire route, they were unable to find any of them, not even the 2 remaining people. The weather was so harsh that the rescue team had to come back empty-handed. And the entire group and the tour guide were declared missing after a few days. The power of survival lives inside us since the birth of the human species. But to endure such incidents is surely a challenge for us. Millions of people in this world are excited to do something that challenges them, and they often go for it. Many of them succeed in achieving their dreams and challenges, but many lose their lives in the process. Those are definitely courageous and adventurers, but they leave their beloved ones behind crying forever. And they become a memory that can never be erased or replaced in their lives.